I have developed a step-by-step method for drawing live caricatures in 4 minutes or less, and people seem to love them. And I do these drawings at parties all over Florida. And in this video, I'm going to slow my method down so that you can watch me draw from this photo of Mark Twain, and I'll also be reading some of his awesome quotes. Okay, on this next one, I'm going to try and draw Mark Twain in my gig style. If Mark Twain could come back and come to one of the parties that I'm drawing at, how would I draw him? Just like this. Just start off with a silhouette, and this one I'm going to try to exaggerate more than what I usually do. That is it. That is my masterpiece sketch. Can't you tell it's already like Michelangelo style? No, I'm just kidding, but if I do mess up, we will just laugh about it, hopefully. So the head is longer than it is wide, or taller than it is wide, so I stretch the head shape out, and then the bushy hair. And here we go with the eyes. Now Mark Twain, he had some wise and hilarious quotes, and these are some of my favorites. He said, "Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see." And I say that we should all become fluent in that language. Another one of my favorites is when he said, "I never let my schooling interfere with my education." And I can see what he means by that, because schooling and education are two different things. I always want to be educating myself to master the things that I love and the things I want to learn how to do. And schooling is just one of the tools I might use to acquire that education. Now, when I was doing this drawing, the audio got a little messed up, so I'm having to do this as a voiceover, and I hope that's all right with you guys. Okay, so at this point, I'm really just drawing what I see with the eyes. I already did the exaggeration I was going to do by stretching out the face shape. And so I feel like now I can just draw the eyes the way they actually are, but fit within that face shape. I'm going to do a little bit more exaggeration on some of the features that I do next, but the eyes, I'm just trying to match them with the eyes on the photo. And speaking of eyes, Mark Twain said that you can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. I think that means that your eyes can tell you lies if your imagination is on vacation. One thing I notice here is this eyebrow is thick and bushy and turned down, whereas this eyebrow has these wild hairs that shoot straight up. And if you look at that, I'm not sure that that is on accident, because you see that on several of his photos. So he might be combing his eyebrows to have one stick up. We'll have to ask him if we ever get to meet him. Like I said, I'm exaggerating a little more than normal. So I'm going to pull the nose all the way down like that. Speaking of noses, Mark Twain said that a man never reaches that dizzy height of wisdom when he can no longer be led by the nose. Mark Twain liked to use a lot of reverse psychology in his humor, so I think that quote means that when someone is being led by the nose, they are convinced that they are at the most dizzy height of wisdom. But when someone realizes they're being led by the nose, then they figure out that they have a lot to learn and they need to pay more attention to what's really going on. So I guess he is saying that true wisdom is admitting that you could make a mistake and you have a lot to learn. So as you can see here, I really exaggerated the mustache. He has a big mustache. It's like a giant walrus on his face. And so I stretched it way down and made it huge. And there's another interesting thing I'm doing with the exaggeration, and that is I'm about to draw his chin. But when I decided to exaggerate the mustache, I was comparing it to the chin. The chin is very small compared to the mustache, and so I exaggerated both the chin and the mustache. Basically, I was trying to exaggerate those two features in contrast to each other. And I want to let everyone that's watching know that I am creating a video course to make available to you. And the course is going to be based on my step-by-step method for drawing a caricature of someone live and in person. Because there are a lot of fantastic caricature courses out there on how to draw someone in a studio style, where you spend lots of time, maybe hours, creating an awesome caricature for publication. But my course is going to be my method for how to draw someone live and in person and get a dynamic likeness and a great drawing in 4 minutes or less. So if you're interested in learning that, please go to the link in the description of the video, sign up for my email list, and as soon as the course is ready, I'm going to send out an email to everyone that's on that list. So if you're interested in that, please sign up, and please let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you'd like to see in the course. And thank you for that. So at this point, I am drawing the hair and getting that started, and the only quote I could find about hair that Mark Twain said is, he said, "When red-headed people are above a certain social grade, their hair is auburn." At this point in the drawing, I'm focusing on my line work. I'm drawing in the ear, and I'm trying to use straight lines here for the ear because I kind of see that in the photo. And then I'm going back to drawing the hair, and I'm trying to use smooth or strong, confident lines and variations, where I'm going to draw a large rounded shape and then a smaller rounded shape. And I'm working my way around. And I just want every line to look confident and cool. And remember that Mark Twain said that all you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. And he said that success is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant effort, vigilance, and reevaluation. And every drawing is like that too. You have to keep putting out the effort, keep being vigilant to practice and try to get better, and keep reevaluating what you've drawn and find out how you can improve. And I found another quote from him that said, "Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection." And I take that to mean that it's better to do a thing and then continually try to improve it rather than wait until you've got it perfected before putting it out there. And that's what I'm trying to do with these YouTube videos. I know some of them are not the best video in the world, but I'm trying to improve one little thing on each video. And so please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I greatly appreciate it. So now I'm just finishing up by drawing little hair flow lines, and it's just my style, my way of showing which direction the hair is flowing. So I draw these very thin lines inside the thick outline. Another thing he said is that writing is easy. All you have to do is cross out the wrong words. I guess that means drawing is easy too. Just erase the bad lines. And that is my quick drawing of Mark Twain. His head is longer than it is wide, and he's got the puffy hair and the huge mustache. And I think it's pretty good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. One of the most iconic Mark Twain scenes is when Tom Sawyer is forced to whitewash a fence, and his friends stop by to make fun of him. So Tom starts acting like he's having the most fun whitewashing that fence that he's ever had in his life. So his friends are perplexed, and they say, "Well, hey, let me try whitewashing that fence." And Tom says, nope, can't do it. This fence has got to be done very particular. Only someone who really cares about what they're doing can do it. And so his friends say, oh, come on, Tom. We'll give you a brand new set of marbles and whatever we got in our pocket if you let us give it a try. And Tom was like, well, okay. The next thing you know, Tom had every boy in the village paying him for the chance to whitewash that fence, and he sat back under a tree with a growing pile of treasure and a smile on his face. And it says in the book, Tom said to himself that it was not such a hollow world after all. He had discovered a great law of human action without knowing it, namely, that in order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make that thing difficult to obtain. And so my hope is that if anyone ever made fun of you for trying to learn how to draw, those same people would pay you money to watch you do it. And I'll see you on the next video.